We were really inspired by the history of the building being the center of the community and a place where everyone came together.
Ever since then, we've been relentlessly pursuing driving this change and building or helping to build communities here in Bridgeport and the South Side.
Hi, my name is Emily Nevis, and I'm a founder of Ramova Theatre.
Hi, my name's Tyler Nevis, and I'm one of the founders of Ramova Theatre.
We have a live music venue that accommodates 1,800 people, and we have a smaller venue that accommodates 300. And we also have a brewery and a tap room that are open 5 days a week. One of the things that separates us from other venues is that we're community-owned and artist-owned. So we have 49 separate investors.
A lot of people from around here, a lot of folks from Bridgeport, a lot of folks from the South Side, a lot of folks from these communities that have potentially been looked over in the past.
We came up with the idea to have a music venue and a brewery in the same footprint back in 2017.
My wife and I were living out in New York. We'd moved there from Chicago, where we're both from. We were missing our friends and the people that we grew up with and the communities that we really appreciated. So we started thinking about how we could really bring all the things that we love together, amazing people, amazing communities, and world-class events and experiences, which led us to wanting to open a brewery and music venue, ideally in the South Side of Chicago.
So our friends who were visiting us in Brooklyn from Chicago knew about the idea and supported us, and were excited about it as well. So when they came back to Chicago, they asked friends on the South Side if they had any ideas of locations where we could do a music venue. So when their friends put them in the car and said, "You have to check out Ramova Theatre," and put them in their car and drove them past, they called us from the friend's car, and we've been working on it ever since.
The biggest thing is I think a series of challenges. When it first started, it was, how are we going to make this happen? It's very unorthodox.
We actually got our city funding approval. We got our TIF funding approval on March 12th of 2020. So the world essentially ended the next day. That was the Friday the 13th that everything shut down. So we had to go back to the drawing board and just re-secure all of our funding.
After we figured that one out, then it was the development challenges. We had delays, as you'd expect with a historical venue like this, and hyperinflation coming out of COVID.
The biggest challenge was combining 4 different footprints. The theater never could have operated the way it was. There weren't enough emergency exits, there weren't enough restrooms. We really needed the surrounding properties in order to make it a functional space. So what we did was combine all 4 footprints. We have an amazing architect, Dan O'Reilly of O'Reilly Office, who is really the hero behind the creation of this space. Our first event here was New Year's Eve of 2023.
The first year was tough for us. We weren't really out there trying to book a lot of shows. We were just trying to get this thing going. And Chance came in and performed a couple times, and that was magical because it showed this place off and it really created that first pop.
We've had everything in the main theater from live music to movie screenings, food festivals, and Sox Fest.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that, and having the team that I grew up watching in here with a lot of their staff.
Upstairs in the smaller space, we've had everything from yoga to podcasts, lots of panels and corporate events. We've had weddings and birthday parties. We've had celebrations of life. We can do everything here and accommodate any kind of programming. And for us, the beauty in that is really what we can provide to the community, and hopefully everyone feels comfortable coming here.
It's really more about the day-to-day. It's not about the big events. It's the little things that create these interactions that people remember, because they know you're not here just for the big pops. You're here every day. And when you do that enough, and you've done that for the years that Em and I have, you become part of the community and you build relationships that really last forever.
It's hard to sometimes step back and take that broader view and see that we're actually doing it, because so often it feels like we're in the middle of it still. But we're really proud of what we've been able to accomplish.